For today's topic, I asked Chat GPT the top 5 most common Excel questions. So in this video, I'm going to answer those for you. The first one was how to create a pivot table. So on your screen here, I have some simple information about employees, the department they work in, and their salary. And I'm going to create a pivot table out of this data. So to begin, I am going to unhighlight what I had highlighted. I'm going to go to Insert, Pivot Table. It automatically highlights the data on my screen. I'm just going to keep it on the existing worksheet. And it's in this question here, it's asking where I want my pivot table. I'm going to click on cell A12 and hit OK. So I now have a pivot table inserted on my Excel sheet here. And so now I can choose data that I want listed. So if I want to know the salary by department, what I can do is I can select department, and then I can select salary, and it automatically puts it over here in the values. And now I know how much of the salary is allocated to each department. If I wanted to know by employee, it would be how many employees are in each department. So in finance, I have 1 employee, 2 in marketing, and 3 in sales. And pivot tables are really nice because you can slice and dice the data in any way you want. You can also double click on information in the pivot table. So if I had a lot more data here, this would be more useful. But let's say I wanted to know who works in marketing. I can just double click on this too, and it will open a new sheet for me, and it will show the 2 employees in marketing, as you can see on the screen. So the next question in Excel is how to freeze panes. And this one's actually really easy. So some people, especially if you have more data, they want the top row of their data to be frozen so they can still see the headers when they scroll. So in order to do that, you just go to View and freeze top row if that's what you're wanting. And now you can see that the top row remains frozen as I scroll and see different rows. The next question is how to filter data. So I have a couple headers here. And what I can do is I can just click anywhere in my row 1. I can go to data. I can click filter. And now I have these little filter features. So here, maybe I just want to see the sales department. And so now my data is filtered and I can just see sales. You can again select all and I'm back to normal. And let's say I just want to see marketing. And in this column B right here, you can see this filter button. That's how you know a filter is being applied to that column. In addition, you can also see rows are missing. And then if I want to turn off the filter, I can just go back to select all, or you can use this clear filter button. So the next question in Chat GPT is how to insert charts or graphs. So let me just delete this chart. So what you can do is you can highlight your data and you can go to Insert. You can click on Recommended Charts if you're not sure and you want some recommendations on how to show your data. For example, you can show it in by employee in bars. You can show it in a pie chart. So I actually like the pie chart for this. We have inserted the chart, and I actually don't want to show the employees' names because I feel like that gives away too much information in a chart. So I am just going to go to Select Data, and I actually just want to do it by department and salary. So I'm going to highlight those 2 and hit OK. And now I can see how much of the total salary is allocated to each department. And So my last question for Chat GPT was how to transpose data. So let's say you had this data and you wanted to change. I'm actually going to get rid of this, get rid of our chart. So you have this data here and people want to know how to change this information, these headers, into the first column. So what you can do is you can just highlight, copy, go down here, go to Paste Special, and click Transpose. So now what was our headers is now in column A, and the employee names have become the header. So if you like the way this looks, you can go ahead and just delete this old version. And now you have your old headers in column A. All right, thank you for tuning in.